Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot video forecast. This forecast is for, let's see, March the 3rd. For Tuesday, March the 3rd, we are going to go ahead and start with Aries right off the bat. So let's just take a peek and see what comes up for you. Okay, Aries. You guys have, by the way, we're using the Chrysalis Tarot today. So you have the Pilgrim in reverse, and you have the Visionary showing up right side up, and you have the Seven of Scrolls in reverse. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Aries. You guys are heavy on the scrolls for this. So Aries, you're doing a lot of spying on somebody. You are keeping a close eye on them. You're keeping an eye on any communication that they are making, especially. Okay, so you could be doing some cyber stalking, or you could be talking to mutual friends. This could be even a child that you're watching to make sure that they're not doing anything or getting sucked into anything inappropriate on, I don't know, any kind of social media or anywhere else. But this definitely is all about keeping an eye on somebody's communication and really digging through and finding out what somebody has been saying to basically anybody else. And why is this happening? Aries, this is happening because you know that somebody has been untruthful with you. And they're trying to say that now they're being truthful, they're being honest, they're being open, they're being transparent. Now they're trying to say that they're doing everything right, but they've already broke your trust. And so now that they're saying that they aren't doing any of this unacceptable type of communication, well, you don't know if you can believe them because they already blew that. So you're keeping a really close eye on them. You're basically spying on their communications. Okay, so that's for Aries. Sorry that you're going through that. Broken trust is really a big bummer. All right, let's look at Taurus next, though. This is going to be Taurus for March the 3rd. Thank you, all of you, for spending some of your precious time with me today. Thank you for the thumbs ups and for the shares. And thank you to those of you who are buying private readings from me. I do offer those either by phone or by Skype. I just want to express my appreciation for all the support that you guys give me in every way. It is all important and makes a difference to me. So thank you very much. Hello there, Ms. Annie. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? These are Taurus cards going down right now. Okay, so Taurus, you guys have the Three of Scrolls in reverse. You have the Ton of Spirals. And you have the Star in reverse. What's going on with you, Taurus? Okay, so Three of Scrolls and Ten of Spirals looks to me like there's healing of a heartache or a heartbreak. And the reason there's healing of a heartache or a heartbreak is because you're taking responsibility for your part in this situation. It's really interesting. This card does talk about taking responsibility for things, being accountable. And so when I was looking at this card, at first I didn't know if this was Taurus, if it was you, or if this was somebody in your experience. So as I was asking Sacred Spirit, they were indicating you. And when I said, well, is it somebody in their experience for some of them? And I just got to, ha, 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 ha. Really? So it seems to be pretty unlikely that this would be somebody else actually taking accountability for their part in this. This is you taking accountability, taking responsibility for your part in whatever the situation was that broke your heart. Maybe you are actually, forgiving yourself for whatever part this is, because this is healing a broken heart that's coming up here. So as you're taking accountability for your part in it, it's actually bringing healing to you around this situation. Why? Why is all this happening? Because you have LP in reverse, and LP in reverse basically says that something that you had hoped for before, now you're not feeling so hopeful about. Now you're not necessarily expecting or seeing a reasonable way that that could work out. Okay, so that's what we've got going on for you, Taurus. Glad to hear that you are okay, my dear. I am fantastic, Annie. I have wonderful company from out of state, ranging from ages of 5 to I don't even know exactly what, preteen. And I'm just having a blast. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. In fact, I had to warn them that I was working so that they would not bust in and want to play with the drum or anything else in here. They're so much fun. Gemini, you guys are up next. This is Gemini for March the 3rd. La da da da. Thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings from me, giving me thumbs ups, sharing these videos, and subscribing. Thank you, thank you. Gemini, you got the Psyche card. This is the Chrysalis Tarot, for those of you wondering. You've got the 5 of Stones, and you have the 4 of Stones in reverse. Okay. Gemini, with the Psyche and the 5 of Stones, there's a situation where you felt like you had the ideal in one way or another. And then with this 5 of Stones, you realized you're disappointed by what you thought was the ideal. I think what it is it looked like the ideal. There was this illusion that it was the ideal, but whatever this is that you thought was the ideal was not what you thought it was. And there's disappointment here. Why is there disappointment here? Because you may have put out a lot of finances to ensure that this ideal thing would stick around, or you've put out energy and effort to ensure that this ideal thing or situation would stick around. Either way, you're heavily invested in whatever this thing that you thought was ideal was. Well, I think you've still got this thing that you thought was ideal, but it's not ideal, and it's bringing in a lot of disappointment. Okay. Sorry, Gemini. Seems like one of those lesson type things, unfortunately. Let's look next at Cancer, and this is going to be Cancer for March the 3rd. You guys know no candy coating on this channel. I believe it's the truth that makes us free, makes it more reasonable for us to make better decisions going forward. So while not everything is always pretty, hopefully it's always accurate. And while everything is not always pretty, it is for our highest and best interest. You guys just lost a whole lot, and that one flipped over. We're not taking the flip over. We may not take all of these. This might be too many for me to deal with here. Okay, we're going to take them. We're going to take them because there is a nice storyline here for you guys. And when I say nice, like it's coherent. All right, so let's look at everything that you got. The Merlin in reverse. Psyche in reverse. Mott, right side up. The Weaver, right side up. And the Sojourner, right side up. Plus 5 of Spirals in reverse. Ace of Spirals, right side up. And the 6 of Scrolls in reverse. Okay, so what do we have going on here? You guys, Cancers, you guys have been working on, and this has been for a while, you have been working on doing things to improve your finances. Okay. As you've been working on things to improve your finances, you're realizing that the plan that you're on track with right now is not ideal, but you do have a good idea about how to make it ideal and fix it and move forward. And so you are balancing out that idea and you're moving back to some of the fundamentals that you may have gotten away from originally. Now, why is that? This is because you absolutely love whatever it is that you do for a living. And because you love whatever it is you do for a living, basically you're doing your calling. And so because you love to do your calling, you are doing things to make yourself financially secure and stable so that you can do as much of your calling as you could ever want to. And you're realizing that what you have been doing, even though you've been working on it a while, is not working exactly the way you want it to. So you're making some tweaks or adjustments. Maybe even those tweaks or adjustments are things that would automatically come with time anyway. And as you're making those adjustments, you're getting with because they were working for you. Gosh, thank you. Glad to see you here for a live one. Okay. And once again, why? Because you love what you do for your living. You just want to make it so that you can do more of that with less financial stress. All right. And that's for Cancers. Next up, let's do Leo. This is Leo for March the 3rd. Thank you for the thumbs ups and for the shares, for the new subscribes and for the old subscribers who keep coming back. And thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings from me, either by phone or by Skype, both. I appreciate all the support. Alrighty, so Leos, you have menstrual. Woot woot. You have the Four of Mirrors. And you have the Eight of Stones. Okay, so Leos, King of Stones and Four of Mirrors. This has to do with your finances, Leos, and it seems like you've sort of been floating around in some illusion whenever it comes to your finances. Any kind of information about finances seems hazy and murky to a lot of you. And I think you're starting to realize this on the 3rd, that you're starting to realize that this is an area of your life that you're not being as proactive as you would like to be. And part of that is because you don't feel like you have all the information that you need to have to be proactive. I don't want to say you're getting a wake-up call, but there's definitely an awakening here to this idea that you don't really have as much information about money and financial things as you would like to. Okay? And why is this? Because you're working. Things are working out. I don't feel like you're in a desperate situation. You are working. But I think you're looking at your situation and you're saying, for as long as I've been working, I should have more than this to show for as long as I've been working. I think that's what's going on here. And I really think that with this energy coming up, this energy of realizing that knowing what to do with your money or how to use your money, how to make your money make money for you, just financial stuff being full of illusion, I think that this idea that you've done so much work and you have so little to show for it is really making you decide that, you know what, I'm going to become better educated about money and finances and even creating wealth. And I think this is kind of the beginning step for you when you realize, you know what, I don't know that information. It's kind of the beginning step for you as you start to explore that world. And I think you're going to start it pretty soon after the third, if not the third itself. Okay. And that's for Leos. It's for Leos. Next up, let's look at Virgo. This is Virgo for March the 3rd. There's stuff that really wanted to fall, but I pretty much let it go down, so we're not going to count that. Virgo, Virgo. Thank you all for spending some of your precious time with me today. Thank you for liking this video and for sharing it with others that you think it may be helpful for. And of course, thank you for subscribing if you're a new subscriber and for coming back if you're a regular. And thank you for booking private readings with me. La da da, la da da. I do private readings either over the phone or by Skype. Virgos, you guys have the Eight of Mirrors and the Lovers, along with the Seven of Spirals. Now this is a really interesting combination. I'm kind of liking it. I'm digging it. The Eight of Mirrors with the Lovers together, you and somebody that you are partnered to, whether it's a romantic partnership or business partnership, you're dealing with some kind of situation that you're just having to walk away from because it's depleting. It's not good for you. And because it's not good for you, you're walking away in search of something that is. Now, what's cool about this is you and your partner are walking away together. You're remaining partners as you walk away from whatever this is that isn't working for you. Now, I see this as maybe this is some kind of decision that would hold you back financially or materially, or maybe even in your relationship. I'm seeing this more heavily as a business type decision with partners or friends, who are doing some kind of business together. But this could also be a situation where you've come to a point in your relationship where you feel like what you were doing before just doesn't work anymore. And so you're making some drastic change in your relationship and you're walking away from something. Okay. This could be like if you're in a relationship where maybe you both decide that you want to quit drinking, or you both decide you want to be more healthy or whatever. This is both of you working together on this and walking away from whatever was depleting you. Very sweet energy, whether you're doing this with your significant other or just with a good friend, doesn't matter. Either way, it's very sweet energy. Now, why is this happening? Because of the Seven of Spirals in reverse. I think that you've been kind of defensive about whatever this is that has been a part of your life that was holding you back or dragging you down. You've been kind of defensive about it. And now you have let down your guard. You're a little bit more vulnerable because you're facing the fact that this is a problem. And because you face the fact that this is a problem, you guys were able together to make a decision to move away from whatever that problem was and move towards something that'll be better for you. Sherry Thorson, hey, glad to see you in the room, my dear. Welcome, welcome. Slow Monday. I guess if you're going to have a slow day, Monday would be it. That would be the day to have. Okay, up next we have Libra. This is going to be Libra for March the 3rd. Thank you, all of you, for spending some of your precious time with me. Thank you for the likes and the shares. Thank you also for buying private readings from me, either by phone or by Skype. And thank you to the new subscribers, and even more of a thank you to the regulars that keep coming back. There's your first card, Libra. La da da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Okay, Libras, here's what we have. We have Herne, the Hunter, in reverse. We also have the Ace of Mirrors, right side up. And we have the Ten of Stones, right side up. What is going on here? This is very interesting. Very interesting. So let's talk about these cards a little bit. I'm going to break them down before I tell you what I think we've got going on here so that you guys can kind of understand. Herne the Hunter, when he's right side up, is a victory card, and it's talking about a particular type of victory. It's a group effort that gets to that victory. Okay, but he's in reverse. So that means that this group effort or this victory has been either derailed or postponed. So not so hot, right? But we've got the Ace of Mirrors showing up along with it, which is a good card. So the Ace of Mirrors talks about a new love, joy, happiness. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, I think there's something that you were working on and you were working on it with other people that you are no longer working on because you have found a better solution. And I feel like you found this better solution for yourself. So you've kind of drawn away from the group so that you can do this thing that's better for you to attain basically the same thing that you would get if you would work with this group and this goal. And I feel like by pulling away, you're actually getting more benefit than what you would get from this group success. Okay. Now, why are you doing this? Ten of Stones. I'm going to tell you the first thing that I felt when I saw this is healing. Now, I know this is not going to apply for every single Libra, but I do think that for some of you out there, at least one of you out there, but probably for a handful, 5 or 10, for some of you out there, there is somebody who is being miraculously healed or cured, or what seems like a miracle anyway. All right? Because this person is miraculously healed or cured, excuse me. Jeez. You no longer have to work with all the doctors, all the nurses, all the in-home care, for some of you the hospice care, this team of people working towards a common goal to get this person better. You no longer have to be a part of that team because the person already feels better. And the Ace of Mirrors, this is the beginning of happiness. This is somebody feeling better. This is somebody recovering. Okay? So common goal for somebody's recovery that you're pulling away from because you see some other way that this could happen. Why? Because there's been some kind of miracle. Okay? So now let's make it more general so that it applies to everybody, not just 5 or 10 out there. There is definitely a common goal that you were working towards, and I do think that you've pulled away from that common goal because you found another solution that's better than the solution that the collective here was working with. Small collective, not the big collective. Okay? And why did you pull away? Because you're feeling very secure with this Ten of Stones. You're feeling very secure about your solution, that you can do this on your own without having to be a part of a group, and you're feeling very secure about that. Okay. So that's the more general version, which is going to apply to more of you. But I thought that specific one was definitely worth sharing. Oh, cool. Well, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. All right, let's look at Scorpio for March the 3rd. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Thank you, all of you, for being here and supporting me. Thank you for those of you who are purchasing live readings, either by phone or by Skype. Okay, Scorpios. 8 of Mirrors in reverse. The Lovers in reverse, and the Two of Spirals in reverse. We've got some stuff happening, huh? Okay, Scorpios, fellow Scorpios. Eight of Mirrors in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. What is going on here? Scorpios, I think there is somebody who used to be a partner to us in the past that we're going to be interacting with on the 3rd. Having some kind of new, fresh interaction with them. I'm just trying to feel around in here. It's a little harder because it is for Scorpio, and that's my sign. I'm trying to clear away my stuff so I can be objective here for us. I think that this is probably an ex coming back and we're having some new interactions with them, but I don't see us, even though they're coming back, I don't see us actually partnering back up with them again, not without Lovers in reverse. I see us having an interaction, and we may be kind of in agreement that, you know what, things are okay the way they are now. All right. Why? Why is this person coming back? Two of Spirals in reverse. This person has choices. I think that this person, you know, at one point they could have had us. They also have somebody else that they could have, or maybe at one point could have, and they are trying to figure out who they want to be with. And they're confused. They're confused. So because this ex is confused about what they really want and which door they really want to go through, they're coming back and having interaction with us. I don't think it's too surprising that we still stay as the Lovers in reverse, because if this person is confused, most of us have been around the bend enough to know that getting together with somebody who's confused about what they want is only going to put you on a terrible roller coaster ride that is not going to be fun. So I think what's going on is we're saying, you know what? Why don't you get your head on straight? And then if you want to come back, then come back. But not until you've got your head on straight. That type of thing. That's the energy that I'm pulling off of that for me and my fellow Scorpios. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. The other way that could be coming in is that the person really doesn't want to get back together, but maybe building a friendship, just not a partnership. All right, let's see. Sagittarius. This is going to be Sagittarius for March the 3rd, 2020. Thank you for the thumbs ups, guys. I do appreciate that. Thank you also for everybody who's sharing this video with others so that they can be helped as well. Thank you for the new subscribers, and thank you for the subscribers who have been here a while and just keep coming back and keep putting up with me and keep on keeping on. I appreciate that so much. Thank you also to those of you who are ordering private readings. I do offer those by phone or by Skype. It is because of all of your support, and I do mean all of it, not just the readings, but all of it, that I am able to do what I love to do for a living. So I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here. La da 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 da, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, 10 of Mirrors showing up in reverse. The Corsair showing up in reverse. La da da da, 5 of Spirals showing up right side up. Sagittarius, this is not going to be my favorite message to deliver, I can tell you right now. Put on your hard hats, buckle up your seatbelts, because there's not going to be any candy coating here. Sagittarius, this is telling me that on the 3rd, you're going to be very unhappy because you have somebody who is a runaround type of person in your life. Somebody who is a cheater. They like the initial conquest, but once the initial conquest is over, then they get bored easily and they're off to the next initial conquest. So we've got somebody like this who is impacting your mood and your emotions on the 3rd because you're letting them, but also because they are doing their thing. All right? They're running around. And why is this happening? This is happening because they felt left out. They felt left out. This is so interesting, guys. A lot of times people feel left out when nobody's done anything to make them feel left out. Sometimes they feel left out just because they need more attention than anybody can give them. But this person is feeling left out. They're feeling this deficiency of attention being thrown their way. And so they're not happy. They're causing you not to be happy. And they're running around. Running around, running around. Checking out other options. Sorry, Sagittarius. Told you it wasn't going to be my favorite. Next up, we have Capricorn. And this is Capricorn for March the 3rd, 2020. Every day I'm shuffling. Capricorn. By the way, I do offer private readings if you're interested, either by phone or by Skype. What you have showing up is Papa Legba. This is the Chrysalis Tarot deck, by the way. 7 of Spirals. And the 4 of Scrolls. Capricorn. You have set up some kind of boundaries between yourself and somebody else, whether it's one person or a group of other people. You have set those boundaries up, and you are enforcing those boundaries in a very strong way. Nobody's getting across those boundaries. Why? Because you need a break. So because you need a break, you're in a very strong way putting up boundaries so that people cannot get to you the way that they've been getting to you. All right? So that's Capricorn. Good on you, my dears. And next up we have Aquarius. Oh, excuse me. I think I got a little dust in my throat there. Aquarius, your first card fell. This is Aquarius for the 3rd of March, 2020. Thank you for being here, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for ordering private readings. You guys make me doing my thing possible. Thank you very much. Aquarius, you have the Mime, the 2 of Stones, and the Empress. Okay, so Aquarius. You do have a lot on your plate. You are trying to accomplish a lot all at the same time, and it can feel overwhelming sometimes. But you also have this idea that's coming to you about a way that you can handle it more smoothly, more easily, better. Okay. And why? Because you are the master feminine manifester. Okay, you're very good at telling the universe, I could really use da 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 da, and then letting the universe do its work to bring that to you. And so, because you have put that out to the universe, what it is that you need, maybe help with all the stuff that's overwhelming you right now. Now you have this new idea that's coming in that's allowing you to streamline things and to get things more organized and done more efficiently and more effectively. Very cool, Aquarius. Now let's look at Pisces next. Pisces for March the 3rd. You guys have the 5 of spirals in reverse. 5 of scrolls in reverse. 9 of stones in reverse. So 2 5s together, that's change. 5 of spirals and 5 of scrolls, both in reverse, tells me that not only are you making peace with somebody that you were not agreeing with, not in agreement with before, but you are also feeling closer to that person than you have for a while. And why was that? Why is that? Because you've been missing that person. And because you were missing them, you decided to make peace, which drew you guys closer. Gave you the room to come closer because you're not fighting with each other anymore. Okay, so that's Pisces. That covers everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate you all. And I look forward to meeting some of you in private readings. That's always fun when I get to meet you in person. Everybody have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here the next time around. Peace out.